LeBron James. He's at a point right now in his career where he might have more power than any player ever in the history of the NBA.
He may be history of any sport, period. Like, the only other person that I can think of that is close to him is Messi in Miami.
Yep.
Because he was like, yeah, I'll come to Miami.
With an ownership stake.
And, oh, by the way, bring all my old friends, too.
Yeah, also, I need not just the ability to buy my own franchise going forward, but I need stake in the actual broadcast.
Yes.
And for those that don't know, that Apple TV deal that the MLS has, Messi gets a percentage of the entire deal.
That's not a bad deal to have.
And that's what happens when you are singularly the biggest star on the planet.
And I think that LeBron would want that.
Want a piece of the NBA TV deal if he could justify it.
But there are very few people that have the power that has been given to them in sports that LeBron James has.
And a lot of that is because he cultivated a friendship in Rich Paul that turned into the most, if not the most powerful, he's not the most powerful. He's the second or third most powerful agent.
Yeah. And Clutch is the second most powerful agency outside of CAA. But you have, think of what LeBron James has in front of him right now. Okay. He is regarded as the second best player in the history of the game by many. Some will even put him ahead of Michael Jordan. He has got championship rings in multiple cities, and he has evaded a lot of the criticisms that come from guys that bounce around the league, even though early in his career, before he was winning championships, his big blemish is the decision. But he has won championships in Miami, Cleveland, and Los Angeles. He now has generated such power within the league that his buddy who sold Mitchell & Ness jerseys out of the trunk of his car, and Rich Paul, is now a power agent and manipulates moves around the league and LeBron plays a role in this. And if we don't think he is, then you're dumb. But they have so much power, they can manipulate where guys go around the league. And now he has the fact that JJ Reddick, his podcast co-host, which was not regarded as a hot head coaching name, but was a name that he's floated for the Brooklyn job.
As well as Charlotte. Like he got some looks, and he got a look last year as well.
But he is going to be the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers in all likelihood. I mean, is anybody, we're talking like this is like 98, 99% done, right?
Yes. James Borrego's a guy that's also interviewing, but even today I was talking to guys about it, and JJ Reddick is putting together a staff behind the scenes, and it's actually preventing the Portland Trailblazers from putting their assistants together because they're waiting to see, and other guys are waiting to see who shakes out where.
Can you just stop really quick and just say that again one more time?
Yes, the Portland Trailblazers are waiting on their assistant coaches to see who shakes free because JJ Reddick is putting his staff together behind the scenes still.
Okay.
Like that is a real thing.
I have seen so many people like, what are the Blazers? Can't even hire. Nobody wants to coach with Chauncey. Nobody wants to coach for Jody. Jody won't pay anybody. No. It's the hiring cycle is still ongoing.
It's still ongoing. And
the Wizards literally hired their head coach yesterday. Yeah. And then the Lakers still have a head coaching vacancy.
The Lakers, the prestige. Why? The Lakers aren't serious about coaching?
But,
oh, my God.
No, but this is the thing that people forget is that the head coaching vacancies need to be filled before the assistant coaching vacancies get filled out. Okay?
And there's
Let the
also
dust settle, and then
teams are also waiting on the Mavericks, Timberwolves, and Celtics. There's going to be some changes with the Celtics staff.
Yeah. So, LeBron is going to get his podcast co-host hired as a head coach.
Which, if you don't think that partnership was put together as part of a way to move this thing forward, you're crazy.
At one of the most prestigious franchises and winningest franchises in the league's history.
You can say in the country's history because it rivals every other prestige Yankees.
And he has never coached a game before in his life. Okay.
Nor worked in a front office.
So we have that. We also have the fact that LeBron James is also having enough power to where his son, which is, I don't think if we're being honest here, he would be a fringe late second round pick if his name was not Bronny James.
He's not undraftable, but he is on the. There are executives and scouts and analysts and folks that I have talked to that it says if his last name was anything other than James, that he would be an undrafted or at best being a very late second-round pick.
So,
and yet he's being maneuvered into.
He was the most talked about prospect at the combine.
Yes, and look, I've talked to people at the big companies, at the 4-letter, at all the .coms that out there that pump out content. The numbers that Bronny James generates on clicks is astronomical.
Yeah.
Astronomical. And that is why when you say, oh, they're doing it just for clicks, you're right.
Not to mention in Vegas, though, too.
Yes, no, you're all.
He's got more tickets for being number 1 overall pick than anybody.
It's insane. It makes no sense.
But why don't you just wipe your arse with that $5 bill?
Yeah, there's no friction there, I can tell you that.
With the 5?
No, with wiping with that bill because you've got some bubble guts.
Ooh, yikes. Yowzers.
Was that too graphic?
That took a turn.
Took a turd.
Took a turn back to yesterday for you, Russ.
Yeah, right?
But I don't think, think of that, though. Think of everything that we just laid out. Power agent, manipulating moves around the league, hiring his podcast co-host to be the head coach with 0 coaching experience.
Getting his son a job.
Not
that he's not deserving of, but here's the. I want to separate the two. Everything I've ever heard about Bronny is that he is a lunatic worker, that he's a basketball lifer, that he wants to be separated from his father in that vein. And
he's not Tommy Boy.
No. And he grinds, he works, and his athletic profile is great, but he's a 6'1" small forward.
Yeah.
Like
that's limited defensively that can shoot.
Well, he shot well at the combine, but he's never ever shot well. Like that's the thing. It's like
and that's one thing that again, I will say this, and I don't mean this to be like disrespectful to Bronny. This is kind of paints the picture of what I have seen with my own 2 eyes. At the Les Schwab Invitational, he was never the best player on the floor.
No. I've never seen him be the best player on the floor.
But he shot well at the LSI, shot well at the combine, so I like, okay. But he was wildly inconsistent at USC. He was wildly inconsistent.
And I give him some grace with that because he came back from a heart injury that almost killed him.
Yeah.
So that I give him that grace, and like the intangibles, the work ethic, the mentality, all that stuff is there.
But
all that stuff is there.
Have we seen anybody going back to this with the power that LeBron James has?
No.
I mean, even the guy like Bill Russell, who's a player coach in the NBA.
No.
And wildly successful at both of them.
And it's not done. He's actually going to become, the second he retires, he's going to become more powerful. You know why? Because he's going to own or be a part owner in the franchise in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's happening. Barring a substantial change. Fenway Sports Group, which LeBron is a part owner in, is going to buy the franchise in Las Vegas. Like that's like one of like the whole thing about like where Adam Silver was like, well, we're still looking at expansion in Mexico City. No, you're not.
Vegas and Seattle, baby.
Vegas and Seattle. We all know it. Stop doing this.
Bring back the I-5 rivalry.
But it's like that. Along with that, the line is that when LeBron steps out, he's going to step into ownership.
Yeah.
And he's made a bajillion, like a literal $1 billion across his salary and endorsements. He has a lifetime deal with Nike that's going to get him paid through the nose. And guess what? He's going to go to... He has already talked about with JJ Reddick on that podcast about what he's going to do as an owner. He's like, I'm going to go the OKC route. I'm going to go over there and steal the guys that came from OKC, which came from San Antonio. And those are the guys that I'm going to hire for my development. And like he's already talking about the moves he's going to make as an owner in the NBA.
And this is all to say, this has been a plan from LeBron James from when he was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That you can hate LeBron all you want. You can have MJ as your GOAT, and MJ will always be my GOAT. But at the same time, that man has never stepped in it off the court. The worst thing that he has done in his career is the decision with Jim Gray at a Boys and Girls Club, which it turned out to be a fundraiser for a Boys and Girls Club.
Also wasn't his idea. He was approached by Jim Gray about it.
That is the worst thing that he has done.
In the public persona, yes.
He went... Well, that we know. He has been squeaky clean at every turn. And I don't think...
Being in the limelight for 23 years.
That's wild,
insane.
Man. It is so he has risen to this level of power, and everything is cultivated, it's manufactured. Is it forced? Yes.
Every bit of it.
But you know what?
It's done really well.
The guy has done it really damn well.
And he did it on the field or on the court.
Absolutely.
That's the insane thing. Because plenty of guys have manufactured this stuff without anywhere near. Russell Wilson is the most manufactured athlete in modern history. And he is nowhere near as successful as LeBron James or been under the microscope or the scrutiny or the pressures that he has. And he has fallen more times.
100%. Like the only other guy I can think of that has been in the limelight for this long and without a blemish is Derek Jeter.
And even then, they gave him passes on having, 47 smoking hot women.
The worst thing in Jeter's career is that he would give you a gift basket after you went and stayed the night at his house. Like, it's like the worst thing in Jeter's career is like he was just so damn nice. What?
Gift basket booty call.
What? Like... It's Jeter and LeBron, and like
Is there a rolled up T-shirt?
What am I doing?
I slept with Derek Jeter, and all I got was this gift basket.
Yes, probably.
There's got to be one out there.
Like you got like a loofah. No, you got like a travel toothbrush and toothpaste. You got an Uber gift card, a signed baseball, an oversized sweatshirt. That says I stayed the night with Derek Jeter. What else could you put in? A bagel.
Even thinking about it right now.
It's New York. It'd be like a really good
Denny's gift card.
Like a bagel and spread is going to be really nice because it's in New York.
Some coffee grounds.
Yeah, probably. Well, I don't know. Maybe like it's like bottled water. What's the
Gatorade?
No.
He was a Gatorade athlete.
Yeah, give him a Gatorade. Everything is like sponsored. It's just like Gatorade and Jordan brand.
Well, you know what Bill Walton used to give Luke Walton for Christmas, right?
Yeah,
all of his free swag.
Yeah.
That's just it. If Derek Jeter's the gift basket was just all sponsored.
Yeah. That's right.
Wasn't he
smelling your own farts?
Oh, wasn't he didn't he have a jewelry store one? Maybe give him a little tennis bracelet.
Everybody gets a number 2 necklace. And then on the back it's like inscribed with number like 3,874. You're like, damn.
Or the hat that said respect on it with the 2 in there.
God, I would kill to know what was in the Derek Jeter gift basket.
Penicillin?
Oh, damn. Okay.
Do we actually have it?
Yeah, we have the endorsement list. Nike, Gatorade, we've hit both of those.
Yeah.
Avon. So there was cosmetics in there. Steiner Sports, Sunball. Ford, so maybe that's part
that
of
you pick up and deliver.
Yeah. Here's your F-150.
Yeah.
24-hour fitness. Luvo, so maybe get a tablet. Visa, get a $25 gift card.
Visa gift card, yeah.
I don't know what Movado is. Do we know what Movado is?
Watches?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, here's a watch. Time for you to leave.
I was spot on. It wasn't a tennis bracelet. It was the other thing on your wrist.
Yeah, Movado is a watch
No,
company.
they ain't cheap.
Yeah, there we go. So
I bet you a Derek Jeter gift basket's probably pretty on point.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. All right, now I'm gonna have to.
We gonna do a deep dive
Yeah,
this?
yeah, I'll do that. Hey,
okay.
Yeah,